Hi guys, it's Katia here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are gonna be doing a grow tent tour. I think it's about time because I have gained a lot of new plants. Some are imports, some are just new plants to be added to my collection, and I have installed another rack, so there is less space, but technically there is more space because, you know, more shelving units. So I thought I'd do kinda an updated grow tent tour because why not? Why not? So yeah, if you have any questions, any comments, let me know. I'll try to answer. If there is a plant that I didn't name properly or didn't hear it, again, leave me a time mark and I'll get back to you. So yeah, I guess that's it, and let's just dive into it. Okay, so when you step into the grow tent, on my left, on the bottom, we have Philodendron pastizanum. This is actually an import. Currently growing some roots in water, but she is doing fine for the most part. She used to be a real drama queen. Then below it is Philodendron giganteo variegata. I believe this is how it's called. It's real pretty. This is the first leaf that unfurled since we have imported it, another leaf, and yeah, it's currently potted up in soil already. So this rack holds a little bit more plants than the last time. We still have my orchid here, Paphiopedilum maudiaefema. Anyways, she actually is growing. This is the pup. There's no new roots, but she's growing this thingy, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Then we have my little air plant corner. This is my newest addition. This is my older one. She used to be staying at VGI, but I don't think she liked staying in moss. Then there's my biggest Tilsilandia. I believe this is how it's called. On the next shelf, we have Anthurium magnificum, which has decided that it's coming back to life, which is very nice. Not sure you can see, it has winged petioles. This guy actually has 5 wings on the petiole, which is kind of rare because magnificums usually have 4. But yeah, it's very sparkly though. Next to it is my dear Forgetii, which is this guy here. It hasn't grown a new leaf just yet, but we have some root growth there. So this is exciting, at least it's staying a healthy plant. And next to it is my queen. She hasn't been doing much except growing roots like crazy. We have a root there, and we have one crazy root growth here. So she's definitely happy. I'm kind of not mad that she's taking her time and growing roots. There is a new leaf which is taking its sweet time to, you know, unfurl, but it's fine. She's doing her thing. She's a queenie. She does what she wants. On the top we have little Macodis petola. I've just cut the bloom off because it has kind of dried off. This is a baby. She is doing super well. They're very slow growers though. And then we have one of my gloriosums. These are the gloriosums that I have imported recently, and they're doing super good. This is the leaf that it unfurled. Part of it is missing here because it was rotting, so I had to cut it, but it's already kind of working on a new one and it has roots. New root growth, so super exciting. If we move to this corner here, where is a lot of plants currently, there is my Philodendron verrucosum, which has been absolutely loving the tent life. There is some discolorations. Yes, I have burned it, but it's fine. Let me just show you this leaf because it is super red. Super red. Anyways, the aerial roots growth, it's insane. The drying is because when you leave a grow tent open for too long, they don't appreciate it. Can you see how much roots it has grown into the moss ball? Honestly, I'm amazed. Verrucosum approves of the grow tent. Also, a little disclaimer, you might see a little sackets like these. These are my beneficial bug bags where they officially come in. Are they looking a bit nasty because there's mold? Yes. Are there still bugs staying inside? Yes. So they're staying. In the very far corner, it is my Philodendron splendid, which has also been living its best life. Like, I will have to cut it soon. I guess this is the biggest leaf that grew. This is just before I transferred it into my grow tent. And it's a bit smaller, but it's okay. Already kinda working a new one up there. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I just, such a pretty boy. Then we have, this is my mama, Philodendron Florida Ghost. She needs a bit of, you know, she needs to have her leaves clean, but she's happy growing. So yeah, definitely living her best life. This is my water propagations. This is my Philodendron Melanchrysum that just won't root for the life of me. Scandapsus pictus Moonlight, good roots, as you can see. A Hoya, apparently I have a Hoya now. This is Hoya something, I don't know. And we have two Oceanum cuttings that also want roots, so they're kinda, you know, staying there. So remember my queen that I got her in my first video that I ever made? That's her. She died back, and this is the older leaf. As you can see, we have root growth, which is freaking amazing. And this is the newest leaf. It's around 13 centimeters right now and still hasn't hardened. Absolutely beautiful. So happy with her. So she's kind of living her best life on the floor. Next to her we have Anthurium Ace of Spades crossed with Magnificum hybrids. I got this from Belle, aka Plant Attic, and they have been sprouting already. Okay, so do you see a little bump on the left one? So this is where the new shoot will come from, and the other one's looking good, still needs to turn green. And I'm kind of keeping them on the floor because we have floor heating and it does wonders for the seeds. Okay, so let's do the mainly Anthurium shelf. So this is my big Anthurium crystallinum. I've recently got this one and I'm so happy that I did. As you can see, it's a big boy and it's actually one of the darkest Anthuriums that I own. Like, it's so dark, you won't believe it. He has been very happy since I got it, growing some new roots. Whoops. Absolutely amazing. I hope he produces an inflorescence. That'd be freaking amazing because he has such good genes. I do want to exercise his potential. Then we have my Anthurium Crystal Hope. I believe it is a Crystal Hope. It has some weird coloration going on in the latest leaves. Maybe variegation, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, this is the dude that I've propagated, and as you can see, it has grown a lot of new roots. So definitely propagate your Anthuriums. They don't mind it that much. Next to it we have one of my imports. This is supposed to be a Magnificum, however I don't think it is. It's probably some sort of hybrids because the petioles are not fully winged. They have only 2 wings instead of 4 as the classical Magnificum should has, but it's very sparkly. It's very sparkly and I absolutely adore it. It had one more leaf, but I had to cut it due to the fact that it had some fungal issues with it, so you know, better safe than sorry. Next to it is my Anthurium Forgetii crossed with Crystallinum. Working on a new leaf there. It's very shiny. There are 3 pups in there, I've told you that. In desperate need of a repot, but I've been waiting for this leaf to harden before I actually repot it. At the back we have another Forgetii crossed with Crystallinum. This plant won't grow for the life of me and it's driving me insane because all of my other plants are growing and this one is just like, nope, Katya, I shall not give you no growth. There is where it should be growing a new leaf. Might produce inflorescence, I don't know, it's just a fussy one. And I'm this fucking close of getting rid of it. I don't know what to do with him. Anyways, Fussy, please grow, please. I would be very happy. He's a big guy too. Grown all by me. In the back is my Anthurium Regal. Used to have one more leaf, but I've cut it off because it has been yellowing and it just, you know, it was an import, so all good. But I do wish to show you, it has been growing in new roots and that's hella exciting because The roots weren't kind of the best and I was worrying a bit. This leaf was also still soft when it was shipped, so it has hardened off now and it looks surprisingly good for the amount of scars that it has on the back. Look, it is a very scarred leaf, and the thing with the regals is they're very susceptible to any damage to the leaf. Next to it is my Anthurium magnificum hybrid. So it was bought as magnificum hybrid. However, I do kind of believe it is magnificum crossed with crystallinum, one of the older leaves. And this is the one that it has grown in my care, and it is super, super velvety. Just good leaf. Yes, did I fuck up here and touch the leaf? Yes. Also a pretty big leaf. I'm very proud. Next to it, oh, it's this guy. So this is my Anthurium Ace of Spades. He is not doing the best. He was rotting in the middle of a damn stem and I had to cut it, and I just, it's the type of plant that I don't know what to do with it, but it's still alive, so I guess this is a sign. I'll be moving it into perlite once I finish filming this, because he's been sitting in a corner, kinda neglected. Moving on, another regal, because one can never have too many, am I right? So, it is currently growing, this is the newest leaf, and it has been getting lobes, and I'm so happy, and it's also much more silver than the previous leaf. So this is the previous one and the new one. It's also very sticking out, so I hope it's gonna be a big one. Looks very optimistic. In the back we have my VGI, who has also been growing a new leaf, and it's absolutely amazing. It has some hardening to do still, because as you can see, it's still soft, but it's very healthy looking. Just love it. In the back there is my Waterberry Anime, the bitchy plant, and we just don't get along. She hates me, so she's now staying in the corner. Bye bitch. Anyways. Then we have my Gloriosum. This is the plant that I got about a year ago now, and it has been loving the tent life. Let me just show you all the roots that it grew ever since I have repotted it. Can you see? Just crazy root growth. Not sure you can see well, but this guy actually has pinkish abaxials, like very pink. So I'll link a picture so you can see how pink they are when they're fresh. Absolute bae, love it. Also working on a new leaf there. So to my right there is another shelving unit that I talked about. I have just recently installed this, so it's not, you know, fully done, but here is Philodendron Jose Buono. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but this plant is huge, like actually huge. Also, can I just appreciate the half moon it has? Absolutely beautiful. It has another leaf. I genuinely thought this plant would have much more trouble actually acclimatizing, because this is an import, but doing surprisingly well, also growing new roots. Then we have Anthurium magnificum. At least it was sold as magnificum. Also doing good, no new root growth as I can tell. This one is in a really good shape, like this is one of the best ones that it traveled. In the back we have Anthurium crystallinum. Currently babysitting it. It has been doing good, nothing new about it. It hasn't been losing leaves, so that's good. If we move one shelf down, we have another Gloriosum chilling there. This is a Philodendron ushuanum. In the back we have Anthurium Crystal Hope Propagation. It's growing a new leaf here, can you see? Ooh. Another Gloriosums, there's a lot of Gloriosums, I am sorry. Then we have an Alocasia. It was sold as Alocasia Corazon, but it's not. Been doing okay, it's very silvery, very beautiful though. One of my Chocos, been doing fine, growing crazy roots since it has been in grow tent, and look, it has pink roots. Did you know that? The more you know, everybody. In here we have a tiniest Choco Propagation. It's actually super cute growing a new leaf there, so he is staying there. Then we have Philodendron Atapepoense. This is also an import. As you can see, it has been unfurling a new leaf and growing aerial roots. Also not mine, also babysitting it. On the next shelf we have a lot of stuff. There is my hoard of melanochrysums. Do I have a problem? Perhaps, that's not all, I have more. Another Oceanum. Fun fact, they actually have very pinkish leaves when they unfurl. This is the fresh leaf and they'll turn very silvery. It was bought as burl marks, but it's not, but it's very pretty. It isn't found a lot in cultivation. Then we have Philodendron Mamey. It's a teeny tiny baby. I'm hoping it produces bigger leaves soon because it's tiny, tiny one. Then we have Scindapsus pictus. Silver Lady has not changed ever since you saw her. Does not give a damn about life. In the back is my Florida Beauty, which has decided she will turn into Florida Green, so it wasn't not meant to be. Then there's my Philodendron White Princess. Honestly, such a beautiful plant. She's currently pushing out a new leaf and it seems to be all white, so we will see. Ludicia this color, I believe, and right there is a stick. This was grown through a stick. Epipremnum pinnatum alba variegata. It's there, chilling. On the bottom shelf we only have one gloriosum here. I'll probably install one more light and have, you know, mini propagations or something. And the middle shelf. Okay, let's start here. So this is one of my Philodendron Florida Ghosts. Freshly unfurled leaf, you can see how pink it is. Give them light, they will appreciate it. My Alocasia Mitsoletizana Friedeck has not been loving life in my room, so I moved him into here. Hopefully it will be better. Then we have one choco here. And this is my variegated Syngonium. Absolutely beautiful one. Currently pushing another leaf. Then there are two of Philodendron Burley Marks Variegata. I'll probably be cutting and selling this one because I'm not sure I need to. This was a gift, so this one is definitely staying. Then we have a Philodendron Sororoi, which has been enjoying life in the greenhouse. When I got this cutting, it was initially rotting, but it has since produced aerial roots and new roots. So definitely happy, and this thingy has gotten thick because the previous leaf died, so a new leaf should pop out soon, I hope. Then we have my Alocasia Maharani. Absolutely amazing texture. I actually prefer this one over Mellow because Maharani is a hybrid of Alocasia Mellow and Black Velvet, and it also picks up some of the Black Velvet characteristics. It has very reddish abaxials when the new leaf unfurls, so this is what I like. It has new leaf growing. In the back we have one of my Philodendron melanochrysums that I have yet to cut and propagate. Growing a new leaf. Pretty boy. Who definitely approves of growth end. Then this is my Philodendron Glorious. Kinda in a love-hate relationship with this plant. It just, I don't know, won't grow nicely for me. It has one new leaf, yeah. So, it's there. Another melanochrysum. This is a bigger one though. Yeah. Then we have another choco. I have a lot of chocos. If you haven't noticed, I have a lot of multiplied plants. That's the newest leaf. In the back there is my Mama Ghost. And then we have another Philodendron melanochrysum also unfurling a new leaf. And this guy right here is Philodendron Plumanii import, kinda still rehabbing. On the bottom shelves are usually my propagations. So this is my... it's propagations in seed. This section right here is Anthurium papillilaminum crossed with magnificum. They are doing super well. I did a video on Anthurium propagation by seed. We'll link it, check it out. They are growing their second leaves, so exciting. This one right here is actually a bulb of this alocasia that you've seen. My philodendron Euchuanum cuttings, propagations. Here are my alocasia, Metzola Friedic bulbs propagation. I did a video where when I actually got these bulbs, and they're here a lot of time later. They do take their sweet time. The bulbs were kinda a bit smaller, so would recommend growing them out a bit before you separate them from mama plant. And in here are some of my Anthurium seeds. Please don't mind the brown spots, it's due to fertilizer. They have grown their first roots. They're also growing leaves, as I can see. I will be transferring them to moss today, so that they don't suffer in here, and they will probably benefit from some more light. And the last box that I have in here is actually, I guess you could call it propagation / rehab box. I have my imports inside, mainly. Reality of importing, it's not always good and easy. This is one of the Anthuriums that I got. Had to cut off all the leaves because it had some bacterial infection. The roots are kind of shit, so we are rehabbing that. This is my Anthurium Waraquianum crossed with Waterberryanum hybrid. I got this from Annika, and we have first leaves, but they're tiny babies. Anyways, it's gonna be a long run growing this one out, so wish me luck. Then we have Anthurium papillilaminum hybrid. It was bought as papillilaminum, but it's most likely some sort of hybrid. Also an import. It has been growing roots. It's a good boy. Yeah, and there are two more up here that I've kinda covered with moss. It is a very dark and velvety Anthurium, and I love the lobes and the sinus that it has, so definitely excited to grow this one. So this one was bought as papillilaminum as well, however, it has a closed sinus. So I'm maybe Forgetii hybrid, I don't know. It's very pretty though. It has very longish leaves and sparkly veins, so interesting fella. This one is from my friend. This is a Florida Beauty propagation, and she does not want to be beautiful as well. Like, come on, give me variegated leaves, please. This is Anthurium villaeanarum, also import. I have noticed a few days ago that it is growing a new leaf, which is exciting because this one was looking shit when I got it, so definitely been doing better. This is the last plant. This is also one of the Magnificum imports. It looks good, but it has the shittiest roots out of them all, but I checked it yesterday and it has been growing some of the roots, so we are getting there slowly. I'm surprised it hasn't lost many more of the leaves, but he's hanging.